If you take vitamins, if you take supplements, you're going to want to pay attention to this next interview. All the way from London, I'm joined by Dr. Joshi. He has created something called Instavit. It's a supplement alternative. He's a doctor, author, and entrepreneur, and we're going to get to the supplements shortly and why they're so different. But first, Dr. Joshi, I want to talk about what sort of led you down this path and your own health crisis.
Well, I'm a plastic and reconstructive surgeon from London, so it was your typical surgeon, 16-hour days and the like. But unfortunately, I also developed something called Crohn's disease. And for people that may not know, that's an inflammatory condition of the intestine. Unfortunately, I got very unwell with it, went down to about 40 kilograms in weight, and was rushed into hospital where I had 2 meters of my intestine removed, and was in intensive care for a month and hospital for 6 months. And when I came out of hospital, I was completely nutritionally depleted. They couldn't even measure the levels of some of the vitamins in my body, so much so that I started losing the sensation in my fingertips.
Wow.
Because my vitamin B12 levels were so low, I developed subacute degeneration of the spinal cord. My vitamin D levels were so low, I was racked in bone pain and came out in infections everywhere. So I suddenly became a believer.
Right, so they put you on, you know, all cocktails of supplements, which are something that traditionally you don't really believe in because you had an interesting experience in the operating room.
I'm sure most doctors will tell you, when you're a junior surgeon and you're helping out, sometimes you open patients out, and I apologize if people haven't had their breakfast yet.
That's okay, we're tough.
But you see these undigested tablets lying inside people's colons, and you have to scrape them out, and believe me, once you've seen that, you never really want to take those kind of tablets again. And when I researched it further, I found that most of the tablets were made up of something called titanium dioxide, and that's the stuff they paint the lines with at Wimbledon. Exactly the same thing. So I said to my wife, what's the point in me taking this tablet?
Yeah, you didn't like what you were seeing in other people. So you've come up with an alternative, and from what I understand, sort of from the brief research that I've done so far, is it's a vitamin spray, and you took it upon yourself to do it here in Canada. Why is that?
Because Canada and Health Canada actually has some of the strictest health regulations in the world. You have to back up all of your claims with scientific evidence. They test each product, and they test each product for their claims. And coming from a medical background, I always wanted to be very upfront with the consumer, because there's no point lying to anyone, because you will always get found out. You know, treat your product to the strictest standards available anywhere in the world, and it's easy after that. So
okay, so this is the Instavit. This is your product right here.
That's right.
Okay, so tell me about it.
Because of my belief that the fillers and binders available in other tablets were not doing anyone any good, and to be honest, it's also because I would just forget to take them. I used to have bottles like this that my wife would keep around the house, and you know, 6 months later they'd still be 90% full, and I would just forget to take them. So I wanted to take something where I didn't need any water. It was as simple as open, spray into the mouth, and that's it.
Okay, and I wasn't sure if you did into the mouth or directly onto the skin.
No, directly into the mouth, and you're done. And suddenly it came from a situation where I was actually taking my vitamins every day. I was feeling the benefits, and I didn't have to worry about that picture in my mind about those tablets.
About what's left in your stomach. So what has feedback been like from patients and from fellow pharmacists?
Feedback's been amazing. I mean, from kids and parents with their children, because, you know, with gummies and things, they're principally made of sugar. That's not a good thing, as we all know. So parents feel comfortable in giving their children something without all these extras, fillers and binders. And pharmacists and other doctors have been great as well, because the technology is not new. It's been around for a very long time. It's just getting people's minds over that and getting them to do it.
So here I see you have a B12 and a vitamin D, both very important here in our province, especially the vitamin D. Is this it? Are there further vitamins to that?
No, we have a multivitamin line. We have an immune boosting one, which contains a mix of vitamins that you know what it's like when it comes to winter starts. In London especially, cold and flu season starts. It's just something to help you get through that. And I also developed these functional products to help you with energy and sleep, because you can imagine what it's like. You know, I used to chug energy drinks through the day and take a sleeping tablet at night to try and get sleep. That wasn't very healthy. So I tried to develop a healthy alternative where we get all the good ingredients that will give you that end result, but without the bad stuff happening.
And how's your health today?
It's fantastic, actually. It's been going really well. In fact, if anything, I could do with losing a few pounds rather than adding some more on.
And I do have to ask, how does it taste?
Please.
May I?
Of
okay.
Course.
I want to try it. I'm going to do the B12,
B12,
which is something I know I need. My doctor told me I need that.
That's it. So that's
one
it.
spray?
2 sprays right into the mouth. And that's it.
That's it. It's very delicious.
Thank you very much. It took us a very long time to get the taste right. My children would help me with that. If they said, Daddy, no, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
Back
no,
to the drawing board.
they're the experts. Anything you want to add today before we go?
I would just encourage people to have generally a healthy diet. You know, if you can have that healthy diet and get your nutrition through your food, vegetables, fruit, fish, then that's great. You know, you don't need supplements. But for people like me who are occasionally a bit lazy and need a bit of help, then, you know, it's great to take some.
Wow, you are sure a nice man to talk to. For people who are interested in it, Instavit, you can get it in Canada at Rexall pharmacies.
That's right, yes.
Okay, and also instavit.com for more information. It's INSTAVIT. Dr. Joshi, thanks for coming and safe travels back.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Good morning.